It's that time of the month. Yeah, it is. It's time for the first episode for September. It's Scott's Monthlies. Hello again and welcome back to Scott Reviews Things. Hope you're all keeping really well. First episode coming to you still from the absolute shithole, not my words, Google it, of Peterborough. And episode 1, squeaky chair time. That comes free, you don't have to pay for that. Of Scott's Monthlies. Now you're asking, if you haven't seen the announcement video, what the fuck is Scott's Monthlies? Well, it's like this. I've got some notes, so I need notes because I've got a poor memory. So, Scott's Monthly's got a cup of coffee. Black. 1 sugar. It's fucking horrible. Yeah, Scott's Monthly's. So, predominantly over the years, this has been a beer channel. You may have noticed I've done the odd beer here and there. But obviously where I'm well, saying that, not drinking as much. I want to get content out that interests me and hopefully interests you guys as well. And obviously, I don't record and turn the camera on for every beer that I drink. So over the last 7 months, probably, I've really got into Untappd. So if you don't use Untappd, it's it's a bit like Pokemon Go for beer. So you check it in, you score it, and you check it off. And the more beers you get, the more fucking, I don't know what you get, to be fair. You get badges. Not that I take any real note of the badges, but it's a great way. The way I use Untappd is it tells you when you can follow certain places like the Brewer's Tap. I'm in Peterborough. I can find out about Oakham Ales, about the Blind Tiger, about what's the place I went last night? What's it called? Charters, and there's another place called, I think it's called the Stone Mill or something like that. So it tells you what these places have got on, what they and new things that come on. You can see if these beers are any good. So I really like Untappd, and then you score it off, and you know if you've had that beer. Now, obviously, I don't record everything that I drink because that would be mad. So what I've decided to do is my top 5 beers that I've had over the month, and these are going to be away from the channel. So obviously I'll put them all on screen as well. And it's obviously you can see what I think is a decent beer if you don't follow me on Untappd. And even if you do follow me on Untappd, Scott Reviews Things, very simple to find. And thank you to everybody that's added me as a friend. It's much appreciated, and I've accepted everybody. I don't think I've turned anybody down. So yeah, it's a really great, I know it has its issues, but yeah, I'm going to do my top 5 and some honourable mentions of probably my brewery of the month. Okay, so predominantly I drink when we're off screen, myself and the lovely Wanda, we go to the Brewer's Tap in Portsmouth down in Milton. That's our favourite place though, because they have a wide range of beer. I do go to the brewery like Staggeringly Good and Mackie and other bits and pieces, but the Brewer's Tap largely, they cater for Wanda more than any of the other places. So that's where we spend most of our time if we're going to go for a beer. So what I'm going to go through, I've counted up how many beers I actually had over the month. The fact that I've cut down is quite of a shock to me, because I think I've counted up 30 beers over the month. There's probably 2 or 3 on a Thursday. Saturday's a bit more, and they add up over the monthly period. I don't think that's too bad. Probably someone going to say, you fucking alcoholic. And that's absolutely fine too. So I'm going to give some honourable mentions to beers that haven't quite, and actually this month, looking at my scoring, I'm going to have to adjust my scoring because I tend to mark quite high from what I can see. So some of the beers I've really enjoyed this month but haven't hit the top 5 are No Noise from Neon Raptor. Really good New England IPA. This is not a test. A beer, so Southsea Brewing, lovely David Eastwood has moved from the castle into a new brewery. I'm hoping to go and do a brewery tour with him so I can show you his new brewery. And he brewed a beer as a test. Turned out really, really well. So this is not a test, was absolutely fantastic. So if you're in the Pompey area, I think it's still on. I don't think it's available nationally, but it's a cracking beer. Really, really enjoyed it. Zombie Birthday Party by Disruptionist Brewing was a tremendous beer and was really close to making this list. And obviously what I've done is I've gone by my check-in, my check-in scores to what's in the top 5, because that's the easiest way and fairest way of doing it. I'm just going to have a bit more of my coffee. Just outside the top 5 also was Shambhala by Arbor, proper size cans, pint cans, which was really resinous, really fruity. If you see Shambhala in any of your bottle shops, local beer emporiums, off licenses, tap rooms, pick it up. It's really, really good. They got 4.5 out of 5 from Scott Review Things. Another Arbor beer sitting just outside the top 5 was James and the Giant Nectaron. The Nectaron's a fairly new hop. Again, 568ml can, so that always goes down really well. And that had really nice flavours of pineapple and stone fruits, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. That got 4.5 as well. And the last of the honourable mentions for me was another one from Disruptionist Brewing, and that was Digital Code, and that was really, really good. I've had some cracking beers from Disruptionist Brewing. I'm going to get on to Disruptionist Brewing in a minute, because they are one of my favourite breweries at the moment, along with Dark Revolution. I've had some Dark Revolution beers that literally just missed out on some of this stuff. So if you see anything from Dark Revolution as well worth picking these beers up from. But Digital Code from Disruptionist Brewing, huge pineapple and citrus flavours. It was absolutely tremendous, and they got 4.5 out of 5 as well. My brewery of the month was a toss-up between Dark Revolution in the Salisbury area, which I've had some absolutely cracking beers this month from Dark Revolution. Go and have a look at them on my Untappd, because they are, and if you see anything from Dark Revolution, then pick some up, because you are not going to be disappointed. But my brewery of the month, out of the Camberley area, is Disruptionist Brewing. I've had a fair bit of the Disruptionist Brewing lineup now, and I've not been disappointed with any of them. One of my go-to, I know Barry the Bastard, if I'm sure he'll watch this, thoroughly impressed with Disruptionist Brewing. Really good beer, like their branding. I've got their 5-year birthday glass. They've just turned 5. I had their hot sauce at London Craft Beer Festival. It was absolutely tremendous. So if you see Disruptionist Brewing anywhere you pick your beer up, then be sure to try them, and either send me a comment what you think of them on this, or leave a message on Untappd, or tag it in. If you tag in anything, tag me in as well, and I'll be interested to know what you guys think of Disruptionist Brewing. So my brewery of the month, Disruptionist Brewing. So it brings me to my top 5. My top 5 beers that I've had and tagged in on Untappd this month, away from the channel. Number 5 is Maelstrom, a porter. No, it's not. It's a stout from Disruptionist Brewing. It was absolutely fantastic. About 8% ABV, so it's up there. Even Wanda liked this one at a higher ABV. Really nice vanilla flavours, really chocolatey, and a nice caramel for me running through that. Really nice medium body. The carbonation was really good. Didn't drink 8% at all. It was absolutely fabulous, and I take it in at 4.5%, 4.5 out of 5. I could have probably even gone higher. It was really good. So if you see Maelstrom in anywhere from Disruptionist Brewing, and you like a not overly sweet stout, but full nice body on it, nice chocolatey, vanilla and caramel flavours, the decent flavour, pick it up. You are not going to be disappointed in the slightest. That's number 5. Number 4 from Southsea Brewing. So David Eastwood's released 2 brand new beers this month. We were actually in the Brewer's Tap when this one came on. Didn't realise before I had to throw the crackhead out. If you want to hear the story about the crackhead, then let me know in the comments. yeah, alpaca, and this one is Alpaca Pool Party. That artwork is fucking fantastic and legendary. I'm assuming it's done by the legend that is James Mankiewicz, that does a lot of David's artwork, and it's tremendous. Really, really, really good beer. It's a tropical pale ale. I think it was a pale. It was a New England IPA. New England IPA. Really tropical, citrusy vibes as well. Lovely mouthfeel. I think I had three. I had three of them because it was that nice. Might have had four. Can't remember now. But that, I tagged that in at and checked that in at 4.5 out of 5 as well. I thought that was stunning. Really, really, really easy to drink New England IPA, and it shows you what a New England IPA could do. None of this fucking supermarket rubbish that we've had to put up with over the last couple of years. If you look on New England IPA, get them from a decent brewery, because they're just night and day on body and flavour. So number 4, the absolutely tremendous named and branded Alpaca Pool Party from South Sea Brewing Company. Number 3, it was one of the beers. I'm on a diet, so if I see a West Coast go in anywhere, it's like shit to a blanket. I have to have it because I absolutely love a West Coast IPA. And who better to get a West Coast IPA from than Elusive Brewing? And this was their one trick pony. And I had that at Staggeringly Good. I've been waiting for it because I think that was a leftover keg from they did a beer festival not long ago. Warehouse Fest, it might have been Warehouse Fest. And I've been waiting for that to come on because I've been waiting to try it, and it didn't disappoint. Resinous, piney, marmalade-y, jammy. I couldn't sing that praises. Well, I could, because I could give it a 5, and I didn't. I gave it a 4.5. Elusive Brewing, one of the standout brewers that pioneer the West Coast style in the UK and do it really, really well. Don't think I've ever had a bad one from them. So really enjoyed that. So that sits at number 3 from Elusive Brewing, One Trick Pony, their West Coast. Number 2 is a tremendous beer. Had it for the first time last week. Was that Crackhead Night? Might be Crackhead Night. And it's something that you wouldn't expect from Scott Reviews Things. It's a German lager, and it's Augustiner Brau. Their Hells. I think it was their Hells. Or was it lager? Let me just have a quick check on that, because I can't honestly remember. I don't want to do it a disservice, because it sits at number 2. Yeah, so their lager beer. Augustiner Brau Helle lager beer. It was lovely. Really crisp and refreshing. Everything that Helle's lager should be. I don't profess to be a German beer expert. I'm just a lowly beer sniffer. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Really good body. Sunk the 500ml bottle quite quickly. I was going to have another one, but went on to other things. I like to try other things. I don't like to stay on the same beer when I'm out and about, because it gets a bit boring. But yeah, Augustiner Brau lager beer Helle's was just, it was absolutely fabulous. That got a 4.75 out of 5 from the Not So Fat Lad, and I just thought that was absolutely wonderful. So yeah, that was number 2. And number 1, my top beer that I've tagged in this month on Untappd, and I did it on Monday. I think it was Monday. In Peterborough, the second shittiest place to live in the country, according to Google, at the Oakham Ales Brewery Tap Micropub. Purports to be the largest micropub in the whole of Europe, and it's Green Devil IPA. Sadly, lost to all supermarkets. Green Devil used to be in Tesco's, apart from the 4 for 3, and it's the bigger brother of Citra. So Citra comes in at about 4.8%, something around that ABV. Green Devil comes in at 6%. It's like Citra on steroids. It's got fucking muscles. It's going to punch your head in. And I had it at their tap room, and obviously it was nice and fresh, and it was absolutely fabulous. I had 2 because I deserved that. I've earned that this week. It's a tremendous beer, and really sad that it's not nationally available these days. I gave Green Devil 5 out of 5 because I absolutely loved that beer. It was absolutely tremendous. I haven't tagged the beer in I had last night. That could win this month, to be fair, that I tagged in last night at Charters, because that was really good. These are going to come monthly, so this is all the beers I've had during September. Then obviously next month will be October. But my beer for September that I had and checked in was Green Devil IPA from Oakham Ales. I thought it was fantastic, very refreshing, nice bitterness on the end, almost West Coast, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. If I could get that all the time, that would probably be my go-to beer. That's how much I like it. So those are my top 5 check-ins, not chickens, on Untappd for September. Have you had any of these beers? What's your favourite beer that you've had this month? What's your 5 favourite beers you've had this month? And your check-ins, not chickens. And my brewery of the month, Disruption is Brewing. Absolutely tremendous. You see anything from Disruption, pick it up. So that is Scott's monthlies out the way. The first, and could be the last, to be fair. Who knows? Who knows with this fucking load of old shit? No one watches. No one cares. No one actually cares. So that's it. That's my video. I don't know how long it is. Fucking bored the shit out of you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If this is something that you like, then give it a thumbs up. Give us a follow on Untappd. Scott reviews things. I haven't turned anybody down. Really enjoy seeing what you guys are drinking as well. Not drinking as much, and it just gives me some more beer content that helps the channel grow a little bit. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave your comments in the comments box. If you like the video, get a thumbs up. If you don't, get a thumbs down. There's a subscribe button somewhere if you're interested. Keep on sniffing.